Hello, Scott.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. So I've come to the conclusion that in this life I have no sense of time. 10 minutes to me really means about 5 hours.
It's yeah, you're like my friend
I'm
used to say, it sounds like you're on Humboldt County time,
yeah. Well,
which is any time. Humboldt County time could be any time. It could be 6 hours from now. It could be 10 minutes from now. It just depends.
I mean well though. That's the problem. Or it's not a problem. I don't mean to be like that. It's just I think 10 minutes in my head, and then no, it's really like not. I'm trying to get my phone cord. Let me see if I can get it out of my way here. Gosh darn it. Okay, so we are live. We're going to be doing some tie dyeing. And I'm trying to get myself set up here. I got to get my iPad going. Is your iPad and everything all set up?
It is.
Okay. Okay, I'm always going to give myself a thumbs up. Is the other thumbs up you? Maybe it is. Amanda is here. Maybe Amanda was my first thumbs up. I don't know. Hello, Dylish. All right. So, and I'm also going to put my messages to all messages. Okay. All right. So, this is what I was excited about. So, this is going to be an upcoming project, and I want to open this. What's going on here? There we go. Scott and I are going to be doing an upcoming video or live on this project. And so I wanted to open it now. We're not doing it today, but I want to give you guys enough time to get one if you want to do it. So this is a cloak. I've never done a cloak before. Have you ever done a cloak before, Scott?
Absolutely not.
I am so excited to open this thing up and see. Well, how do I open it up? My goodness. It's packaged so well. I want to do a cloak. Halloween is coming up, right? And so it's perfect timing to do something like this, like a wizard cape. I'm so excited about it. Now, I will link down the information. I can't do it right now, but when we're done, I will put all the information for its Diane Slade Inc. And you can find her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. But I will put the link how you can get in touch with her if you want to get one of these. So this is a huge package.
It is. So, did you
Oh
get
my.
Did you get a piece of paper in yours?
I did.
A thank you enclosed. Well, I'll let you read yours. I'm sure it's pretty close to the same thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, so like the care instructions. Thank you. Enclosure your 100% cotton capes. The sewn in care label is your customer's washing instructions. I expect you to use hot water in your dyeing process. Please wash all garments on warm or hot and dry before soda ashing and dyeing. There may be some blue or purple marks from my cutting that will come out in the first wash. Please follow my page on Facebook, Diane Slade Inc. And again, I'm going to link this down below. And then you may share my info online if you desire. And you can also reach me at dianesladeinc@gmail.com. And she says, thank you. Can't wait to see what you do. All right. So, and that's exactly what I'm going to, huh? What was it?
Huge.
Yeah. So this is a cloak, like I don't know, like a Harry Potter, or I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that right there is the hood, and then let me see.
I got to put it on.
Yeah, I'm putting it on right now too. I'm just curious.
You know I'm gonna have to go Stevie Nicks in that thing.
Yeah, you better. Oh gosh, there it is. No, this thing is massive. Wow. Okay. Woo. Yeah. So it's a total cloak, and I am 5'4", and right now before the pre-wash, it's dangling on the ground. Like it's massive, you
It's
guys.
perfect.
So it fits well, yeah, because you're tall.
I'm
So
6'1". It's like an inch and a half from touching the ground.
right.
It's
So
perfect.
I
I look
it's
like Harry Potter in this thing.
so it's gonna shrink. So so that is exactly what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to take it to my washing machine, and I'm going to do hot water cycle, pre-wash, and I'm going to use textile detergent, and I use Carolon, but you could use Synthropol or Dharma Trading Company's textile detergent. Um, but it needs to be pre-washed, and then I'm going to put it in the dryer because I'm not going to get to dyeing this right away. It's going to be a couple of weeks. So I don't want it sitting with moisture and damp. So I'm going to wash it, pre-wash it, dry it, and put it up until it's time to soak it in the soda ash bucket.
So does
And
she sew these and like actually make these?
yes, yes.
Wow, man, what quality!
Um, Diana's a seamstress. She makes all kinds of stuff.
I mean, gee whiz.
Christmas stockings. Um I'll be showing some Christmas stockings coming up here soon. Um
Yeah,
yeah,
she does.
no, this thing is huge, and I don't even
It's great quality.
no,
Really good
it's
work.
done very well. The seams are they're sergered seams, so like it's not gonna unravel. So like when you buy it, dye it, your customer, when they buy it from you, is not gonna have a bunch of unfinished edges or anything like that. It's done very professionally. Um, I've gotten many things from her before in the past, and I've always had a great experience. So, again, I'm going to put the information down below in the description box when we're done with this video. I can't do it right now. That way you're able to get yourself one if you want to dye along with us, or just have it so after we dye it, you can dye it afterwards.
We got a
Okay.
lot. These are big. We got a lot to think about.
No, it's going to be overwhelming. This is probably the biggest thing I've ever done before.
It will definitely be the biggest thing I've ever done. I think it'll
So
be fun. There definitely have some planning to do of how
no,
we do
there's lots.
like the mandala on the hood. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, there's just lots of lots of things to think about. It's massive, you guys. I mean, it's it's just as big as a tapestry, if not bigger, and it's sewn really well. And then here's the tag. Um, Diane Slade ink, 100% cotton. Oh, washed with cold. So this is the tag that she's talking about. This is for when you sell your item, telling your customers to wash with cold or light colors, tumble dry low. Yeah, this is thank you, Diane, for putting that tag in there, because
Yeah.
that definitely will help our the people that buy this. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. So it's got a hood, it's got the drawstrings. It's kind of reminds me like of Red Riding Hood. It's got
Yeah.
the drawstrings, and then it's just got this humongous cape. And this particular material, I believe, is the Jersey cotton. But when we go to dye it, I'll give more information. I just wanted to open these up with you guys and let you know that this is what we are thinking about for an upcoming workshop. So if you want to do one with us, you need to reach out and order it. Like I said, I'll get all that information down below. I just can't do it right now. Okay.
Amber, what's
Huh?
happening? Should check out your live chat.
All right. Yeah, so I'm just over here fanning out on my cape. I forgot about we're live.
Fanning out over
So we got Amanda, Dylish, Lynette, John, and Amber. Woot woot! Thank you, Amber, for becoming a member. I appreciate that so much. That's amazing. We do a lot of fun things over here on this channel, so welcome aboard. All right, I'm going to set mine aside now, and so today we're actually going to tie something up, and we're going to be working on a tapestry. It's 58 by 58 from Sunshine Joy, and Scott is going to be leading the way on this one. Many of you maybe have seen his post recently of all his gorgeous tapestries he's making. So I definitely want to make a tapestry as beautiful as his. Now, because my table is so small, I've only got like 3.5, feet of room. I have already pre-folded mine. So what I'm going to do while Scott's folding his, I'm going to be folding mine on a piece of paper to kind of follow along.
Sorry.
So get my stool over here so I can sit down. All right. Hi, Mary. Diane, she's here, you guys. She's here. She's in the room. Hello. Yeah, I'm super excited, Diane. You did an amazing job, and you sewed that up and sent it out so quickly. I think I had it within just a week, so that was amazing. So, if you want, of course, you can put your information. Well, I mean, don't give your personal information, but if you want to talk to people in here and tell them how they can get a hold of you, because right now I can't do it, but I will once we hang up. But yeah, I mean, let people know how they can get a hold of you, so that they can order your stuff. And I pulled my Christmas stockings out, so I'm excited to get to dyeing on those. So. All right, Scott. So what are we doing here?
I'm basically just cutting my tapestry in half long ways. So I like to have my my actual hemmed seam. You have two hemmed seams on these tapestries. There's one on the top and one on the bottom, and then the sides. They're not really just they're not just raw, but there's not a hemmed seam on the end of it.
Right.
So I'm going to make that my sides, and I'm going to make the hem seams my top and my bottom.
Okay, so just so you know, I've done it completely backwards. So my sewn edges are on my side, and my unfinished edges are on the top.
And it shouldn't matter.
I don't think it's going to matter, but for this particular pattern, it should not matter at all. So, so what you've done so far is you've folded it directly in half.
Yep.
Okay, so because
finding my center.
Okay, because keeping in mind that mine's already pre-folded.
Right.
So Scott has folded his in half, which I have folded mine in half directly. I'm using this piece of paper as a way to try to explain it. Okay. So
just my edges here lined up.
Right. So when you move from that phase, tell me, and I'm going to move.
So now I have it centered. I basically have it centered long ways, and I'm going to do that again.
So he's got it folded in half directly.
Yeah, I have it folded in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again, not flip the bottom up to the top, but flip the right to the left.
Oh, see, I did not do that with mine.
Did you not?
No. So right now where you're at, I took that top, just the top layer, and folded it back to my center.
Wait.
So you have it folded directly in half.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I picked, yeah, I did not do that. That is not what I did on mine.
So we have it long. We'll have it long ways.
Yeah, mine is long ways. But what I'm saying is, I did not do that. What I did was I folded it directly in half.
Yeah.
So maybe you can watch my piece of paper.
Okay.
So I folded it directly in half, and then I folded the top back to the center point. And then I flipped the whole thing over and I folded it back to the center point.
Okay.
So.
And then just flip your work and do it again. Okay. Well, then I'll do that. I need to do that.
I mean, I'm done. I'm not doing any more pleats. So I've got,
right.
I've got 1, 2, 3 on my left side, and I've got 2 on the right side.
Okay.
So if you were to open yours back up, and maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. I don't think I did, but so if you pick up just that edge, with the loops, just one layer and not 2. So you'd have to open it back up.
So you have 2. You have. Huh? So you have 2 on one side and 3 on the other?
Yeah.
Okay. Same here.
Okay. It's amazing how
you believe that?
You made it look so much easier than I did it when I had it on the kitchen floor.
Get lucky. That's all it is.
So, yeah. So I've got, 1, 2, 3 off to the left.
Yeah.
And then just 1,
2
2.
2 to the right. Right.
You made it look super easy, because that is not at all how I did it.
I got lucky, I think.
I'm going to definitely have to watch this back, because I struggled with it a lot.
Yeah. Which center point would be our right hand side, correct?
So, my original centerfold is on my left, and then I've got the 2 edges on the left, and then I've got the 2, I don't know, back folds. So I folded it in half. Let me try this again. I folded it in half, and then I picked up one layer and folded it to the center, picked the whole thing up, flipped it, and folded it back to the outer edge. So, okay. Well, I mean.
So then basically, our center is our left side.
Well, I don't know. You did it completely different than I did it, but I mean, we'll see.
They're the same, because like you said, you have 3 folds on the left hand side and 2 on the right. Our center is the left hand side.
Yeah, my original center is on it's on the inside, and then I've got the outer edges on the top and the bottom.
Right,
So
right.
Outer edge, center fold, outer edge. That's how they lay.
Gotcha.
Is that what yours is doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, geez, like you really literally made that so much easier than.
Yep. So what we can do now is just we're going to cut this and have 4 squares going up the tapestry. So what we can do is just find our half point. And I'm just going to use my ruler and just find my half.
Okay, so let's see.
So I have 53.5.
Okay, so half point. So I'm going to just fold mine from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, we could do that too.
And then I'm going to
Look at it.
figure out where that center line is, I guess. If I can figure out, I don't want to mess up the pleats. If I can just, if I can fold it up without mucking up all those pleats.
Yeah.
What have I done here? Okay. Okay. So when I did that, I kind of messed it up a little bit. All right. I guess I can't sit down and do this. I desperately wanted to just sit down and do it, but I'm going to have to stand up. Okay. All right. And then mark it out.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to grab.
What's that?
So this is my
26, so 13.25.
let's see. Oh, well, I'm something along those lines there. Okay. Okay. Close enough.
Yep. All right. So I need to make one more on both sides up here. Same thing, 13.25.
Okay. And then what are we doing now?
I have four.
We know where our center point is. Then what do we do?
I cut it in half again.
Okay. So mine from that center point to the bottom is about approximately 29 inches.
Okay.
Kinda. So, it's like actually like more like 28 and a half on the bottom.
All
And
right.
then, let's see, the top is
14.25.
yeah. So about, kind of like 28 and a half or 28.25. So how do we split that up? 28 and 28 would what be 16?
14.
Huh?
14.
14. Okay. Right. Duh. 4 and 4 makes 8. Okay. So at 14 inches, then I need to make another mark. Okay. So let's see. Does it matter? Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. You're going to go from bottom left corner to that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We'll go from our center point, which is our left-hand side, or the one that has the three folds. That's your center line. So go at a 45-degree angle from that line. So now I basically have these steps going up my tapestry.
okay. Okay. So wait a minute. Towards the okay. So it needs to go towards the center line.
Yeah, you're going the right way.
Well, because my center line is on the left. So my original center fold is on the left of my tapestry.
Right. You're going the right way.
Okay, so I want to go from the bottom left.
The bottom left over
up
to
the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are going to be our pleating lines.
Okay.
And then you can see our diamonds already taken shape on mine anyway, because I've already got my lines drawn and stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Math is not my strong point. Okay.
So you'll have four drawn out lines total.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. Okay. And then do 14 up from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect. And then go up, you're right. Go from left to right. Or,
Okay.
oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. And then, okay. Okay. All right. Now, I hope this thing's going to turn out. Mine might be just totally backwards, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. It's all for fun. And then this one I'm making for Bo. He wants electric. He wants the color of my rubber bands. So my rubber bands are this neon green color, and so the only color that I can think of that's going to pull that off would be like lime pop, and maybe like electric green or something like that. Okay. So wait a minute. Why do I don't know how it is that you and I become so backwards, but yours does not look anything like mine.
I went from the bottom left over to the right, and then from the right over to the left. So,
But I mean, just look at the screen.
Well, but his is closer to the bottom, and yours is closer to the top.
Right.
In frame.
Right.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So that's okay. Oh, that's the bottom of it. Okay.
That's the bottom of his, top.
Okay. All right. I'm like, oh, how do you and I get so backwards?
We're both lefties too.
Okay. All right.
So we ready to start pleating?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just have to pleat those lines. All right. So we can do anything when we go to make these bends. We can do anything we want to do.
Yours up on camera.
Okay.
What
I'll get my.
how tall are the
ones that I made on my first one were probably.
Yes, this is a tapestry, Amanda. From Sunshine Joy.
Let me make a pleat here. I would say my pleats are.
So the colors of the shirt that you're wearing is what I want to make. Remind me of that. Okay, so
my pleats are an inch tall.
An inch. Okay.
Yeah.
You think taller is easier, or not necessarily better, but just I don't know, with with t-shirts, the smaller the better. With tapestries, maybe
I feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like an inch is a pretty good thing on this tapestry because it's going to be kind of long, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So an inch. All right. So just go right up that line. Okay.
Yeah, just go right up that line, and then we'll get to the end and we'll just make a bend, kind of like we do with the pleated prism. Same.
Is that Kelly's phone going dead?
Yes, I'm leaving.
Okay. No. Because my phone is above my head. I'm worried. That's all. It's not me. Okay. Good.
I've been waiting for my friend to get home. I'm going over there, and she's just texted me that she's on her way.
Absolutely fine. That's not. I was just asking because.
Y'all are stressing me out, so I got. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No. I'm stressed out about causing any. Because I don't want my phone to do anything. I put it on do not disturb, and so my first pleats are only coming out at like 3/4. You think I should make them bigger?
Oh, I don't think so. I think you'll be okay.
All right, kids, have fun. I'm out.
All right, Kelly. Have a wonderful night. Happy Saturday.
Too. I can't wait to see what y'all make when I
go party like a rock star, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly parties real hard.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna be hanging out and petting 3 cats. That's how I.
No, look. I'm kidding. You know, I'm kidding. It's just Saturday night. Hear us. Duds. We're over here tie-dyeing, and Kelly's gonna go visit with friends. Well, I'm visiting with my friends making tie-dye. I don't know. I tried to make the pleats taller, and I feel like I'm having a harder time doing it. Like that 3/4 felt more comfortable to my fingers. Let me see if I can keep
Now we want to be careful. This is the fold where we want to kind of be careful about making our pleat all the way across, huh?
You literally are only pleating along that line. It is not all the way across.
Yeah.
So you go only
Now,
on that line.
you can you kind of want to on your right hand side, but not so much on your left hand side.
Yeah,
Kind of just
right.
let
You
it
literally
spin
only, yes, your only focus is that line and nothing else right now. You can go back in afterwards and clean up the pleats. Okay, but that line, you want them all to be exactly the same height.
Yeah.
And that line, the purple line, I did. Where'd you go? Your screen,
no.
your screen went black.
I wonder why.
Are you plugged in? Did your phone die? Like, is your battery low? Climb up and look at your phone and see what it says.
Oh, it's plugged in. Oh no.
It's all right. We'll figure it out. It's all right. Sometimes when I get up there and look at mine, it'll say like phone overheating or battery dying or.
I can't tell.
Okay, Elizabeth says he's back. So.
Okay, hold on. Now I froze up again, it looks like.
Don't leave us again, Scott. Okay. So Elizabeth says you went back out again. I don't know. Whew. Well, I mean, no stress. We'll figure it out. So making that bend, I'll tell you, is that was kind of hard.
I wonder if I should
try to do. Okay, I'm gonna.
Should I close out?
Yeah, hold on. Let me. It's so long. It wants to pull it right off the table.
But hey, should I close out and go back to that link?
Yeah. So I'm gonna get up here on my thing.
I don't think you should do anything.
No, I'm not doing anything, but if I have do not disturb on, I'm not sure if you can come. Like, I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
So, okay, I'm not going to do anything for like 1 minute. So hit your X, okay? Yeah. And it's going to say, if you do this, you're going to leave. Go right back to that link that I sent you and see if it'll let you right back in.
Okay.
So I'm just going to hold here for a minute.
Okay. Hey.
I can hear you.
All right. So here in just a minute, look up at your phone because you'll see where I'm trying to get back in to join. So that's what happened to us earlier on my page. I went to close out and it said I had a join button. So okay. Here, second, look up and see.
I am. I've got my phone in my hand. I'm watching for it.
Okay.
Okay. Says he left. Now I'm going to look and see if I get another prompt to let him back in. Sorry about this, stuff, you guys. Okay, there. I see him coming. Here we go. All right. Hey, all right. You're back.
Is it working?
All right. Well, so far, so good.
Okay.
I can hear you and I can see you on my phone. So.
Okay. I think there's just going to be a lag on the iPad here for a second.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
The good thing is we didn't have to start over.
Right.
So I think we're learning.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to clip this edge here so that my pleats don't come apart from each other. I'm just going to use one of those, I don't know, what are they? Binder clips?
Okay.
Just just because. So I still need to make my first bend here. And
I wonder what would happen if we started at the bend and worked our way out. Because like my pleat didn't end up right, right. It didn't end up right perfectly at the joint. You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it.
I'm going to make. So mine's going to stick up just a little bit. Take this clip off.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to start my way up that other line, and just trying to keep, even though it feels really weird and wonky, I'm just trying to keep that the drawn on purple line straight. That's all I really care about right now, is just making that pleated line straight, and the pleats being the same height.
Right.
Okay. So
Easier said than done.
well, of course.
But because that making that turn is not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's absolutely not easy. But that's all my mind right now is thinking about, is just keeping this purple line straight. And then I'm going to go, then I can go in and start really fussing with the other parts. That's how I do it.
Right. Same here. Okay, take that clip off down there. It looks like I'm ending about the same place I did the other side. How far up are you? Halfway yet?
Yep.
Okay, I'm making my halfway bend now.
Okay. And again, just gonna twist my work in front of me to keep it in front of me, so that I can just try to make that line as straight as possible.
Yep.
So,
which isn't the easiest thing to do.
no, it's not. And, and also, tapestry material is dense. It's not soft and squishy like, t-shirt material.
No, but a little patience goes a long way. That's for sure.
Patience?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. I have a little bit of it.
I'm kidding.
Just a little. When it comes to tie dyeing, I don't have patience when it comes to other things.
I'm not a big fan of pleating. I know you, like you and many other people, find it like super therapeutic. It kind of seems to make me kind of get a little anxiety, like, oh, because I want it to be perfect. I really want it to be perfect, and uh, it could be a little stressful if things aren't feeling perfect. But that's me. That's just my personality. Um, things like making spirals and geodes, those are a little more therapeutic, because I'm really, really comfortable with those.
Mm-hmm.
And geodes is just wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. So, but these, this is my first time making this one. So I feel a little bit, not on edge, but, like I really want to try.
Heck, your line's straight as can be. Look, you see mine. It's all over the place.
Oh.
You have a really straight line going.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Because I'm being high strung. I'm like, I got to get that line straight. And I'm only focusing on that line. Yeah. All the other stuff in each direction, I'm going to work out here in a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I care about is that line right now. That's it. I don't care about anything else. That line and making sure that they're all the same height.
There we go.
And I'm thinking about what colors I'm going to use. So I definitely am going to be doing some lime pop for that glowing center. And then I'm going to be doing some navy blue. Because, like I mentioned, this is for Bo for his microgreen business, and you know, he's not a big fan of pinks and purples, and you know, he wants it to be kind of more a little masculine, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought navy blue and green that will maybe blend together real nicely. Have you thought about what colors you're going to do?
Not at all. I haven't thought of any of them.
So definitely, like, one side is really easy. Like right now I'm on this stretch, and the right-handed pleats are just real commonplace. But off to the left, they're like where they bend back. That's going to be a little bit more of a challenge to get those all straightened up nice. Because they're on a bend back.
Yeah.
But it can be done. So yeah, lime pop, maybe some strong navy. All right. Okay. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to get it there. Okay. And I really cannot find my pleating tools, which is such a frustration. You guys, the pleating tools are like a must. And since I'm in between two rooms, I've set them down somewhere and I can't find them. Okay. And then let's see. Ugh. This is where I wish I had bigger hands, you guys, so I could like hold it all. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna hold it off with a rubber band just to secure it.
Man, we've had pretty good timing the last couple times we've done this.
Oh, like
Finishing right at the exact same time. I mean, I just put my rubber band on.
well, I'm trying to talk a lot less. When I talk, I can't talk and think, or what I mean. Like when I'm just talking, I'm not really paying attention. I'm trying to.
And then you have to go in and start cleaning up those pleats.
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure to keep this. Are you gonna secure yours with rubber bands or strings or what?
Rubber band only.
Okay. That rubber band is not tight enough. So I'm gonna find a smaller. So these rubber bands, these white rubber bands that I got from my tie-dye kit are the best rubber bands. They came in the jacquard kit, and I don't know what size they are, but they're the best. And for you guys that have used the jacquard kit, they're so perfect. They're nice and tight, and I love them. And I would buy many packages of them if I could figure out like what size they were.
Yeah.
I think my green ones are like a size 40, 44 or something. Knowing what size rubber band they are is kind of important. Okay, so now, like I said, on this side right here and this side, super easy, but where it's like on the switchback where you make that diamond, it can be kind of challenging because they're weird pleats.
Yeah.
And this is where if I wish I need my pleating tools. I need them. Where
Oh, there you go.
Where did I put them? Gosh, I'm so.
Yeah, so these, if you, sometime, I don't know, if you can zoom in on some of this stuff and what we're doing, and the way that we had to make that bend, it makes like this little like pedal right here, and you can stick your tool in it and kind of pull it out. I stick my finger like up underneath it, and you can kind of give it a little tug, and it pulls that stuff and gets it into a V.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. See, like right here, I'm putting my finger in it and I'm tugging, and it made a really nice, strong V.
Yeah.
The ones that are inside of that could really use my pleating tool, and I'm going to whine about it until I find them, which was not going to be right now, but so yeah, slide, like Scott said, slide your finger down in there and pinch it and tug it, but make sure that you're holding on to your main line.
Yeah,
You
you
do
have
not
to.
want to tug your line out of being straight. Okay, so you do the first one. That's the first pleat, and then you know, put your finger in there, get the next one, come out, grab it again, pull the next one, and just keep going down until they're all. That worked out perfect. Perfect. These are done. Beautiful. Perfect
They all
pleats.
look like little convex flower petals or something. Like it's.
Beautiful. This right here, this side is perfect. I'm happy
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. The one on that only has one. It came out really nice.
I am totally happy and done with this side. You guys, tapestries are so much fun. Do not be afraid of making tapestries.
I was seriously afraid of them until like a
I
couple
was
weeks ago, because
yeah,
I'm just used to doing T-shirts and.
I was completely terrified until I did one, and then you open it up and it's like, wow. But you did say to me that you find t-shirts to be easier. I'm like, no way. I think tapestries are way easier.
I don't know.
It just that I mean, they're different, but they're bigger, so I don't know. It's just they're different. And I prefer making tapestries over t-shirts any day. But I have like millions of t-shirts I got to do. Now, see, I pulled too hard and I got my center line off. You don't want to do that. Okay, now this side's going to be a lot harder because that was the easy side. I got two of the V on this side, right? And you should have the same thing going on. So you find your first switchback and just stick your finger down in there, and then find those pleats, and they kind of wrap around each other. Do the best you can, sort of. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Looking good, looking good.
Booyah.
We done already? That was fast.
Booyah.
Booyow?
Booyah. I don't know.
Booyah?
Booyah.
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 I've never heard it. I've never heard booyow. But we out here we say booyah.
Booyah.
Like booyah. Woo! Like that. But not boo wow. But hey, you're on the east side and I'm on the west side, so Okay. Now, how are you like dye? Like what are you doing? Dye under ice, dye over ice?
I pulverize my ice to do dye over ice.
You're gonna do dye over ice on this one?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go heavy with my dye.
I'm kind of feeling like I might want to do dye under ice on mine.
I did dye under ice on this, on that the one that had what was it? Citrus yellow, orange.
The red one?
Yeah, citrus yellow, orange crush, and mixing red from ProChem. And I did dye under ice on it, and I had good saturation. And I butted the dye right up to against each other.
Oh gosh, I'm having a little bit of a harder time.
I didn't get much of a space at all, and I inclined it.
You inclined it as
I
well?
inclined it in my gutter.
Okay.
And put a magic track underneath the shirt.
Oh yeah.
So that it wouldn't leave a muck line as bad.
Come on, work with me here. This side not being as easy to work with here. Let's see.
Yeah, easy peasy.
I think it's gonna be all right. They're not. This side's not laying as perfectly as I want to, but also my fingers are not tiny, like, and you guys really, really like have your tools, be prepared, do as I say, not as I do. If I had my tools, I think I could feel better about this, but I'm okay with it. I'm just trying to. My fingers are fat, like I can't get them up. Now, when it comes to the die placement, is it like what we did for what I want to call it a
radio
shockwave.
wave?
The radio wave. I'm like shockwave.
Yes, it's basically
so
the same die placement.
So
you
like
put your light collar in the center, and then radiate out from each of it.
Okay.
So,
yeah. You know what? Shockwave.
No, we didn't.
Be a good name for that one.
How did I do that? Did I do red, orange, yellow, and then red, orange, yellow, or did I do light in the center and radiated my way out, like yellow in the center and then orange on each side of that and then red on each side of that?
So when it came to your red tapestry, all I saw was your end results. I didn't see any of your process pictures. and we did not do it together. So I just
looked at it before we did it, and let me think about it for a second.
I'm going off memory of how it looked. And it also had more pleats too, so it's a little bit of a different animal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to. I know in my head. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new ring light, you guys. It's gone kaput.
Oh, it went out?
Yep, it went out again. So I hope you guys can see. It's kind of getting dark in here, and it's getting a little bit later. So sorry about that if you can't see. Okay. Yeah, I love these rubber bands. If any of you guys know what size these rubber bands are from the Jacquard kit, please tell me, because I need to order some more. They're a certain size and density, and they're amazing. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to look at my picture. But
Yeah.
it's on my phone.
Yeah. Darn it. Yeah.
Then that means you'd have to just look up and let me join back in.
Which we could certainly do, but I'm terrified.
Because
I'm terrified to lose you at the same time. You know what I mean?
You're not going to lose me. Just look up here in like 30 seconds.
Okay. Oh, so you are going out? Okay.
I'm going to go out and come right back.
Okay. Just hold on. Give me a second so I can get up. Okay. Okay. I'm watching for you.
All right.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna stripe out my lime pop, then my like another green maybe, and then the navy blue. I'm worried that if I put more green down here, it might make the diamond pattern, like lose the actual diamond pattern. So we'll see. But yeah, that red tapestry that he made, you guys, was super cool looking, but it was also folded different. So he needs to be looking at the first one that he did, because that would be the die placement for this one. So, oh, that was so weird. Okay, here he's back. Okay. All right.
I saw it. So
Okay.
I went red, orange, yellow. So it went my light color in the middle, and then orange next to it on the left-hand side, and then red next to it. So it'd be basically working left to right, red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow. And that's how I laid that last tapestry that I did.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
my lightest color was in the center, going up my pleat line.
Okay. Okay. So a repeating pattern versus
radiating outwards.
I wonder, okay, but remember now this is folded differently, right? This is not this is only the 4 pleat, not the 6 pleat.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I'm just I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna make a difference.
Well, why don't you do it one way and I'll do it another way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can radiate out and use 3 colors, but use your light color only once.
Well, I'm definitely going to do the right in the center, the lime pop, because I want it to be like the glowy.
So I'm just going to use lime pop once and then have lime squeeze on each side of that, and then another color on each side of it.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking I'm doing, but now I'm second guessing myself. You know, I always do that when it comes down to the die placement.
That's why I left and came back. I wanted to see what my picture was.
You know,
I mean, it's basically the same thing. It just doesn't have as many diamonds. You know?
Right. Well, lime. Let's see.
But you know, I did my top is different than the bottom. So I bet you if you do what you're saying, go your light in the middle and then radiate out to the ends, you would the top and the bottom would be the same, because my top and my bottom was different.
Oh yeah. Right.
Because of it being red, orange, yellow. I used each color twice, where you could just use your light color once and then the other 2 colors twice, you know.
Well, I think so in my mind, I'm doing like, you know, maybe like a 1.5 inch stripe of the lime pop, and then
I'm going to do it different this time. I'm going to do what?
Maybe another green, I don't know, or not, and then I don't know. Okay, let's see. What did I bring in? So this is what I brought.
Let's use.
I brought in lime pop
some
and strong navy, power berry, and imperial purple is what I brought in.
3 good colors together. Throw out 3 good colors together. People that are watching. What are your 3 favorite colors together?
So you've done like a purple and green one, and then you've done a red one, right?
Yeah, right.
So what about
earth tones?
Like just like a purple one.
Or earth tones, like.
Or yeah. Because
I could do that one like I do. I like that one shirt that I do with the 3 colors: the bronze, teal green, or bronze, teal blue, and what is that green?
Bronze, teal blue. So
and
like
jade green.
Ooh, I don't know. With bronze and teal and jade, I don't know. That the jade to me is like
a 3 color rainbow, yeah. 2 people are saying just do yellow, red, and blue.
Oh, like the primary colors? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those always turn out pretty.
Overlap.
Okay, so you're doing it in the gutter. I'm wondering if I want to do it on the rack.
The only reason I'm doing this in my gutter is because I don't have to build an ice barrier.
Right. Totally.
The gutter is my ice barrier. And I'm using that magic track to keep from having a muck line all the way across the bottom.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Because these, if you look at these magic tracks, there's a rail on either side. So that just gives me a thin line.
That's basically like a rack. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go grab my gutter. So, okay, I want to do lime pop, okay, because he wants, I showed you the color of the rubber bands. He wants, his business color is this shade of green. So lime pop for the glowing. And I'm wondering, should I do, like, what do you think? Maybe new emerald green or like electric green, or because the lime pop's going to be that real yellow punch, and then I want this green, maybe electric green. Bright green. I'll do bright green. Got it. Okay, bright.
All right, Barb. I kind of like that. So, what do you think I should leave my center white and do gray on either side of that and black on the ends and have a monochromatic one?
Oh, Amanda, thank you. Thank you, Amanda. That is very, very sweet of you.
Oh, that is.
She's starting a fund for my ring light. Yeah, it died. It's like it's dead. It's had so many thousands of hours of tie-dye making videos that time for a new one. So dang it. Thank you. That you're so sweet, Amanda. I appreciate you so much. Okay, now I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, don't be. It's okay.
I just want to make sure to say thank you.
Yes, absolutely. No,
what is verdigris? What does that mean? You see how Sarah said?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Verdigris. Okay, I want to go grab my my gutter and the magic tracks. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I kind of like that monochromatic, just black. I could do white, gray, and black, but my grays kind of split. Now I have my grays are stormy gray, which is like stormy sky, but on the gray side, it has other colors in it.
I didn't walk away because I wanted to eavesdrop on this.
I have safari gray.
I just think black is going to be dismal for a tapestry. I don't know. I mean,
it is different.
Well, but just like I mean, like you were talking about, kind of doing like the more earthy tones, like a terracotta, and then the like palomino gold and terracotta and jade green. Like that would probably be really cool. I just feel like gray and black just might be like sad. Okay, now I'm walking away.
Well, I can always do that on my own sometime. I haven't done any splitting colors yet. The only colors I've really have done was have been colors that don't split. So I could use like I don't know. I wonder what if this if a lot of this. I sometimes wonder, see, because I'm kind of new to tapestries myself, and I need to do a lot of experimenting, and I wonder if a lot of this isn't if it isn't half the fold and half dye placement. Like, what would this thing look like if you dyed it like a glitch, where we do 3 colors and put it at an angle? Just stuff like that. No, I'm just talking.
Oh, okay.
Because you left. I'm just thinking out
No,
loud.
I am. I'm not here.
I think a lot of this, I think half of it could be dye placement. But I'm going to stick with my, like the last time I did the fire colors, red, orange, yellow, and I did red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow. So my top was different than my bottom. The colors were flipped. So this time I think I will just go ahead and radiate it out, have my bright color in the middle,
Yeah.
my middle color on either side of that, and then my dark color on the ends. Now, what colors do I want to use?
Well, I mean, I like the idea of trying. Do black and white. Black
No.
and gray.
I want to do that some other time. I want color in this.
I don't know. It just, when I think of a tapestry, I think of like, woo, color.
Yeah, bright and colorful. Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so I got my magic tracks. Gonna hook these bad boys up. I mean, I'm not. I like really. I don't necessarily want to be doing greens and blues and purples, but that is what Bo wants for his business. Like I said, so
yeah,
that is what I'm gonna do right now.
So you went against the line pop, or you're still going to use it?
No, I'm gonna do lime pop.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'll do lime pop as my glowing color, and then I forgot to grab the bright green that's right here next to me from when I made my rainbow. It doesn't split, but that's okay because we're making a tapestry.
Hey, John, thanks for the tools.
Oh, John. John makes all of our tie-dye tools. Okay, so he is an amazing human being that gets us everything that we need to make the coolest tie-dye ever. So thank you so very much, Jen. I love you lots. And I appreciate it. And yes, I'm going to put the money to the ring light because I can't. When we get done, I'm going to go on Amazon right away because I can't be without one. I can't take photographs or anything of anything without it. Okay, so what did I say? Bright green. Okay, I like this. So this is a brand new gutter and it is sharp. So be careful, you guys, when you get your gutters from your local gutter company. This is 2.5 feet in length and it's the perfect size for a project like this. Okay, now you said you inclined it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Huh.
I inclined my left side up.
Okay. So one side just has
one side has one like flower petal type or one bend, and the other side has two.
Yeah. So
I want to incline the side that has two and drain towards the one.
Okay, so I got to flip mine around. So I know that's hard to understand, but if you guys remember, I drew a line on mine, and I'm almost this is my center fold. So these are my two edges inclining down to my one. And when you make one, you'll understand better. It'll make more sense when you're doing it. Okay, now, so here we go. And this thing is sharp. It just gouged into my table. Okay, so move my
I cut myself one time on my gutter, and I haven't cut myself since.
Yeah, no, I sliced my finger open.
Because that's all it took was one time for me to learn to just grab by this folded edge, and I'm good to go. I'm not going to cut myself with it.
Well, even it's kind of not. I mean, it's just be careful, you guys. I mean, these things are they're hardcore.
All right, daggone it. What do I want to use? I was grabbing my rainbow colors. Yellow,
So, you're gonna do. Ooh, that'll be fun. I wish I could.
yellow, blue, and red.
I wish I could do that.
Why can't you?
Okay, so Teresa, the reason why we put the tracks on the bottom is because why can't I? Because I'm making this for Bo, and Bo specifically asked
Oh
for
yeah, that's right. You said
certain colors.
yeah.
So the tracks on the bottom are to keep it from turning into a muck dye. So they're behaving as if it's a rack, but we don't have to build an ice barrier because our gutter is the ice barrier. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the magic tracks are just
cardboard and bend it around my stuff, and I can just do this, and it's much easier. I'm using a little more ice, but well.
I think I'll use the same amount of ice. I'm going to use less ice than I did on the last project. I used way too much ice. Okay, and then and then you're doing dye over ice, dye under ice. I feel
I'm going to do dye over ice.
Okay.
And I got a bunch of citrus yellow, so I'm going to use citrus yellow. I ended up ordering 2 pounds of it accidentally.
Oh yeah, there's no reason for that at all.
Well, it's citrus yellow is like what, like $11 a pound or something stupid. So I'm just like, why not? I mean, what if I start doing a project and I really like it and I get a request for a bunch of those, so.
No, it's a pretty color, but it's not. The yellows don't split or do anything, so it's like that's a lot of citrus. You're gonna have it for a long time.
Yeah, unless I keep doing these,
Well, I mean that's true. Okay, so I'm just really debating upon dye under ice or dye over ice. Like I'm really struggling with that right now. Okay. And also I'm used to doing it with the ice barrier on each end, so I can just like do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the ice and dye flipping everywhere. Let me see. What am I gonna do? Because these are taller, so normally what I would do is take one of my silicone cake molds and put it right here and then secure it, and that's gonna be my ice barrier. But this is so tall, I can't do that. Oh, I don't know what to do because I want to keep my ice right where I want it.
What, you say your gutter's not tall enough?
No, my gutter is so tall that I can't use my little silicone cake molds as a dam. Like I usually will wrap it. I wonder. No, I was thinking like, what if I go get one of my old gutters, but it's too wide. The width on this is too big. So
yeah, it is wide.
Let me see. Maybe foil. Let me get some foil here.
I'm kind of second guessing my colors like I always do myself.
What? Sorry.
I'm kind of second guessing my colors now, too.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of second guessing a primary color rainbow too, because I don't know, it just doesn't sound like that much fun. I kind of like for you, I'm going back to like what would a like an earth tone one. Like what about like wasabi, mousse, or something like that, or like bronze wasabi, or not, it doesn't have to be wasabi, but you know what I mean, like your highlight color, because wasabi is so pretty with all that turquoise.
Yeah.
Do you have anything colors like terracotta and stuff like that?
I mean, I can't say no. Let me look if I have terracotta. I do have terracotta, but it's pro chem. I don't know if you use Dharma.
Yeah.
Still, it's brown.
I mean, because it's because like it's earthy for fall, right?
Yeah. So what do you think? Terracotta?
Well, tell me, okay, what are you like? What's your gut telling you to do? Because I'll tell you what, if I don't pick colors that my gut is telling me, it never works out. So what's your instinct saying to you?
I I keep second guessing myself. I don't really know because I want to use bright, bold color. I want to use good saturating colors. And
Okay.
what sometimes I'm afraid like bronze or something like that. I'm not going to get the best saturation. That one tapestry, the last tapestry I did with the purple, I did the radio wave, but instead of the bright being the radio wave, I did the dark purple, and the light blue was um, on the outside. I packed the dye on it, so I got lucky with it. But
Are you talking about your first tapestry where you did lime pop, lime squeeze, that one?
yeah, and then I went from like magenta, a blue, like alpine, and then magenta galactica into ultraviolet or something.
Yeah, so your radio wave was done correctly. Your glowing color was lime pop.
Now the last one that I just did, I reversed my colors and made my radio wave the dark purple, and radio waved out from to blue into baby
Did you
blue.
make a second radio wave? Like why
Well, yeah, I just did the mandala into a radio wave.
Oh yeah. Right. I don't. Yeah. Okay. See,
And
I
we
not,
inverted.
I do
'Cause
not
you were
consider that a
with me when I
radio
did it,
at all. You did
and
not
we
make.
inverted my collars to see what it would do, and I really like it. I was looking at it today, watching that video, and thought it looked
No,
nice.
it's absolutely gorgeous, but I definitely wouldn't call that a radio wave. That's not what you made. But I mean, meaning like that's why my brain can't. I can't keep track because that wasn't a radio wave. You made a tapestry. So why don't you do that? Why don't you do um, magenta galactica with like uh, ultraviolet, you know, something like that, like orchid. Like
What
orchid could
would be
be
my what would be my light color then?
orchid would be like your glowing color, maybe, or something like wisteria, or like your lightest purplish
You
pink.
have
And
wisteria.
you do have it or you don't.
I do.
Yeah, so like wisteria is like a super ultra light, like ice blue lavender type color.
Wisteria,
And then you could do and then do like ultraviolet or plum or
yeah,
something like
that's
that.
what I grabbed. Ultraviolet,
Okay.
wisteria, galactica, ultraviolet. I'm really liking magenta galactica sitting next to a dark purple.
It's beautiful,
It's gorgeous. It goes right in with each other. Perfect.
so you're starting with your glowing color. Well, you could start with magenta galactica as your primary bright color and glow out from there.
I
Or
think I'll just do like you said, do my light, use my wisteria and pack my wisteria in. I'm going to have to.
yeah, you're gonna have to put a lot on because wisteria is like sand or
It
just like
is. It's
baby
pretty.
powder, and it's not a heavy saturator.
Yeah.
And but then and then go into your like ultraviolet or whatever, and then go out from there, and you can finish off with like magenta galactica against your purple, maybe. Like I don't know, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. Well, I
And then
want to
theory, you should have various colors of triangles. I don't know. I've never made one before, so don't listen to me. What do I know?
No, I like it. I'm going to do the wisteria in the
I
center.
have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm going to do wisteria in the center. And then on each side of that, I'll do my magenta galactica. And then on each end, I'll do ultraviolet. And I'm going to incline it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. What? Did you just say you're going to put wisteria next to magenta galactica?
Yeah.
Uh,
Why?
I don't
Think
know.
it'll get swallowed up?
Yeah, and also that's Magenta Galactica is like hot pink, whereas Wisteria is like lavender. It might be a kind of obtrusive. I don't know.
Back on it. Going back to square one.
I mean, you know what? It's look, it's all tie dye, and it's going to be beautiful no matter what.
I don't want any of my colors swallowed up.
Well, and also though, you want it to like look cohesive. You don't want it to be like, whoa, like, oh, it's really nice and pale, and then boom, here's magenta for no reason, and then whoa, there goes purple for no reason, and right. You want it to like flow, like light, darker, darker, and then maybe a color change. Does that make sense? At least that's the way my eyeballs see things. It doesn't mean it's right. It's just how I typically always try to do stuff. Uh, you know, like a gradient. I, I I wish I could articulate myself better right now because I know it in my head. Maybe not coming out that way. Am I making you laugh, Denise? Would I say that was funny?
Yes, it would be Celadon, Bronze, and Foggy Lake. Still second guessing myself.
What? Froggy Lake and Bronze?
Celadon, Bronze, and Foggy Lake. Um,
No, I think you should go with the purples.
Uh,
Or don't. I mean, you just have to go with what like your first instinct. How like literally I feel to me like you actually really would prefer to do the purples versus an earth one, but
I don't want my colors swallowed up though.
well, right. So
But my yellow did. My yellow really didn't. And my the last one I did because I did red, orange, yellow, and then red, orange, yellow, and it was flowing towards the yellow. Everything flowed towards yellow. But the thing is, I didn't incline it, but like
that's
I
right.
barely inclined it so that my colors don't get swallowed up. I still
I,
get an incline, but my colors, but not so much that my colors are getting ate up by each other.
and now that you're talking about it, I'm really thinking like this should not be inclined. This is not I shouldn't be inclining this. Like
I just barely inclined it, basically enough to get the water to drain out of underneath the magic track and into my drip pan.
yeah, but I don't have any way to make it.
Just a few degrees.
So I'm gonna have to set something underneath because I'm not. I usually do my inclining in it, but I would have to like, for instance, put. I could do it like that, like put a dye jar, an empty dye jar on the outside underneath, but it really shouldn't be inclined because you want straight lines of dye. Wow, I'm really starting to overthink this too. Like, what are we doing? Like, we know what we're doing. Like this. This is funny. Like,
Well, because
seriously.
I remember my last one was kind of an experiment, and I just remember my collars. My top was different than my bottom, and I inclined it just a little bit, enough to get the water to drain. I just looked at the pictures just a little bit ago. And I had like a 7-degree incline, so it was like, I mean, it was just barely inclined.
Okay.
And that's why I used, like we were saying, that's why we use the gutter, so I don't have to make an ice barrier. But I think I still want a little bit of an incline. Just a little bit.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing. I'm like you're laughing at myself and breaking my fingernail with stress. Denise says what made her laugh was when I said like, this is my first time doing this, so like, what do I know? And but the truth is like, I don't know until I do it. I don't know. I'm thinking that I'm gonna go grab one of my long racks, and so you're gonna bear
I'm
with
going
me.
to do the same thing I did the first time.
And you do that. I think I think if you did, let's say, like a lavender in the center. Do you have lavender? Do you
Yeah,
have
I have lavender.
orchid, lavender? Amanda, sweet pea is a little bit more on the pink and red side. Sweet pea. Wait a minute. No, is it sweet pea or plum blossom? I think it's sweet pea. Sweet pea, if it has any break, will do red around that. And I don't know. But yes, orchid, plum blossom, lavender, something like that for your center color, and then move out into a beautiful purple. Uh, you know, I don't know what purples you have, but like you could do. Well, imperial purple will be more like navy blue purple. So that would be better with wisteria. So the purple you choose, if you go with like, let's say lavender, would be better if it's on the blue side. And then you love the way Magenta Galactica looked against your purple.
Yeah,
Which purple did you use?
ultraviolet.
Yeah. So you down at your ends, so work your way out to ultraviolet and then put Magenta Galactica on your ends. Don't you think? Like you're working from
Well,
light.
last time I put my Magenta Galactica on the inside and had my ultraviolet on the outside.
Do that. You could do Magenta Galactica down your center stripe. So, you'll have like an inch of dye on each side of your center line and then work your way out. And then you could end up with your lightest colors on your end. Just reverse it. And I think that would also
Do you
look.
think I should put ultraviolet in the middle, Magenta Galactica on either side of that, and then light on that side?
Okay, so when you have your diamond pattern, right? So let me get this pen out here. So we've folded it in half, and then we've pleated it, and this is a piece of paper, but here's your diamond here. Let's see. Let me draw this out.
Mary, I don't think we should. When I did my last one, I left hardly any white line at all. I basically butted my colors up against each other, but I did dye under ice. This time I was thinking, I'm second guessing everything.
So no, Mary, on tapestries, depending upon what look you want, but no, there should not be white space like when Scott makes his shirts. So Scott, I don't know, give it a minute so you can see it, but this is your pattern. My purple line is your pattern. So your eye is going to be drawn to that line, right? So when you open it, that center line that you have drawn on is your diamond pattern. So do you want, what do you want your eye to be like drawn to? And honestly, maybe having the darkest color in the
Yeah,
center
I
would be
see that.
better.
I see that.
So
My
so
ultraviolet.
and honestly, now I'm rethinking it. Maybe I should do the purple. Actually, I'm switching my colors. I'm changing it. I'm going to do my darkest color in the center and work my way out to my lightest
I
color.
think I will too.
I'm going to end up with my lime pop on the ends. That's what I'm doing. So I'm glad that we've actually, struggled through this a little bit.
Yeah,
Not struggle, but you know what I mean? Worked our way through it, talked ourselves because, you know, our eye is going to be drawn to
yeah,
that line, and that should be probably the dominating color. And then as it goes in, it goes lighter, lighter, lighter.
yeah,
Now, on the flip side, though, the diamond next to it is going to kind of be backwards, kind of.
yeah,
Well, hard to explain, but when we open them and critique them, you guys will see what we're saying.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I think I'm just going to go ahead and do dye. Well, let me see how much if I have some blocks of ice, I'm going to do dye under ice. That way I don't pour a bunch of ice over it and displace my dye and start knocking Magenta Galactica into my lavender, and you know what I mean. So
right. I think I'm gonna do dye under ice, but I need to go. I need to grab my long tote and my long rack. I may still do it in the gutter, but I am not comfortable with doing an incline on this project.
Are you
It's
not?
my
I'm
it's
going
my
to
first.
just
It's
a little.
because it's my first one. I want to see what it looks like without an incline, and then next time I can start putting flair into it. But you know what I mean? If I start out mucking things up, I'm not going to know where I went wrong. So I will be right back. Let me go grab. I just got to walk out to the tie-dye room. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So I figured out what I was going to do. I was going to do dye under ice, and I went ahead and marked out on my gutter because I was going to throw ice over top of it. You can't see your lines, and then I would be able to tell where I need to put my dye. But I'm going to just go ahead and do dye over or dye under, and I'm going to hit it kind of heavy. I'm going to put a lot on it, so I'm going to get my my dye, my little dye rack here, and it's a cookie sheet. Oh, 16, I don't know, 16 by 22 or something like that. I don't know. And then it has, it's perforated. It has little holes in it on the top one. And so my dye will fall through, and then all my dye, put all my dye through it and collect it on this bottom one that's not perforated.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
So
I definitely need to get one someday. I've gone to all of my food stores, you know, like the restaurant supply places, and they don't have them.
well,
Yeah, I know. We definitely, you guys keep your eyes peeled. If you're able to find them, you know, let me know because I'm on the hunt for one. I wish my light would turn back on.
Amanda knows where to get them. She sent me a link, and I sent you a link. You just didn't see it, I think.
No, I looked at it, but it wasn't the same, or it was too small, or it was.
I have 2 of these. I'll just send you.
No, I know. I wish my light would turn on. Okay, so
I'll just send you this one.
Stop. Okay. So, okay. So we decided we're doing our darker color and working our way out to the lighter color, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, okay. Oh, where'd my dyes go?
I'm going to put my mask on if I can find it.
Yeah, wear your protective gear, you guys. I want to put some gloves on. I like to wear gloves because I like to keep my hands as clean as possible. So how I just did my setup is I got this closet made rack. I had to use bolt cutters to cut like an inch or two off. And then I've used empty dye jars to prop it up so that it's not going to be sitting down in the muck. I've created like ice dams with foil and clothespins. Got the magic tracks on the bottom, so it's going to be like as if it's sitting on a rack instead of in a gutter. Because when it's flat against the gutter, you're going to get muck lines, and muck lines would be fine. But I'm not looking for like dark lines on my project. And then that's it. Super simple. So I have down in my description box, I've got links for most of this stuff. The gutter, you're going to have to go to your local gutter company and ask them to cut you off 2.5-foot strips or however long you want. But this is a perfect size. And then I'm going to be using my funnel scoops that I got from Shop Boredom with Jen. And mine are left-handed, but you can get right-handed scoops. And that was a fun giveaway. And then add my dye. And so how wide are you going? So you're doing like, let's see, let me get a pen out here. So this is my center line. Maybe I want to go like, it looks like about a 1/2 inch on each side.
I'm using a lot of
Or
dye.
no, 1 inch. So I'm going about 1 inch on each side of my center line, because that's pretty wide.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then, you know, you can certainly eyeball it, but okay.
I just cut it in half, draw a line, cut it in half, and then cut each one of those in half, and those are your
Yep.
line for your three dyes. Now, if you have more than that, then you might want to. You'll have to cut it in, you know, fourths. But
Yeah, 100%. I had a rack of dyes. I had to have them sitting on the. There they are. Okay, so here's my thing: Lime Pop, bright green. That's 1, 2. And then strong navy, and then because you don't want to put necessarily purple and green next to each other, so I'm going to split it with the strong navy, which is dark. So I should go darker than that, which would probably be the imperial purple. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And you know what, it might turn out to be a disaster. Or wait a minute, let's see. Power berry versus imperial purple. I have to go grab a paper towel. You do a poll, like show of hands. Do a heart for imperial purple. Do a smiley face for power berry. I'll be right back.
okay, so I'm doing. I did my imperial purple one, or my ultraviolet on the inside. So that's going to be my bright color. This magenta galactica is going to be, man, I don't know. It might be kind of close in color, but we'll see. And I'm using a bunch of dye, like probably too much, but it's okay. I have another 8-ounce jar. But yeah, they're kind of close in color, so I don't know. We'll see. There'll be some differences though. This is kind of just experimenting live, pretty much.
Man, I'm tripping over racks everywhere. I've changed my mind so many times I don't have a clear path to the table.
Oh.
Okay. So here we go. What did we decide? So the heart, I forget what I said. The heart was power berry. I don't remember now. So I'll go with power berry. I forget. All right, so
Wipe this spoon off.
because I am so prudent with my dye, I like to take a spoon and fill my scoops up, because I don't want like the dye all over the bottom, because I can't get that dye back. I'm so crazy, you guys. But so I take my little picnic spoon and fill it up, which is nuts, but that's just how I like to do it. And then I set it off to the side so it doesn't get contaminated. And now I'm just going to tap my dye right on. And if the dye falls down into the gutter, I'm okay with that. Scott's concentrating.
Yeah,
I can hear
it's
Scott
hard
thinking.
to breathe in this mask.
I know. I can always hear Scott thinking. Like, how do you hear a person think? But I can do it. I can hear him think.
I know. I'm like, man, I think I'll put a bunch of dye on this, but it'll be bright.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be totally fine. You know, they're thick. You know, think about how many layers. It's First of all, it's like, I don't know what this material is for you folks out there that are seamstresses and, you know, smart fabric people, it's like cotton canvas, but not real thick. And it's not denim material, but it kind of feels like it a little bit.
It's not linen, is it?
Well, I mean, I mean, isn't all cotton linen? I mean, I don't know. See, like, I really don't know about fabrics. I just know that this material is stiff and it's thick, and we've got it 4 layers thick, and then folded, and so it's going to require quite a bit of dye to make sure that it gets all the way through. And I have zero intention of flipping this project.
Yeah, I'm not flipping mine.
And so
I'll add more ice, but I'm not flipping it.
100%. So yes, I will flip my project and do whatever I need to do. Not flip it. I will add more ice, but I am not going to flip the project. So I'd rather add a little bit extra dye than have to come back and deal with flipping it over, because it you can totally flip it over. That's not an issue. It's just more work, and I don't want to do the extra work. That's all. Okay, so let's see. So, okay, I think my stripe is about as big as yours. Okay, so now I'm going to do where'd my navy blue go? Okay. Now I'm going to do my strong navy. And just to show you that you can use the scoops, I'm going to go right into my jar. Because I do weird things that work for me, but if you're wondering about the scoops, I want to show you how they actually work. Okay, so I just went right into my pot of dye. And some dyes, especially the blues, are really dense and they don't just sprinkle. So all I do is I just tap the spoon. The gutter is kind of tall and it's sort of kind of in my way a little bit, but just tap the spoon, and having that funnel tip, like the funnel tip, it makes it really good for precision work. And I just tap, 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 tap. And we're going heavy with the dye, like I just said, because it's thick layers, of, so like, for instance, if this was a t-shirt, I'd probably stop right there with strong navy. But I'm trying to get this all the way through several layers. So I'm gonna put it on to where I don't see any fabric showing through. And if I look at Scott's project up at the top of the screen there, he did the same thing. It's very heavy with dye.
Yeah, I got it pretty heavy, and it's not completely butted up against each other, but pretty darn close.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily overlapping it, but I'm putting it, I'm putting it right up next to each other. Yeah. I'm not leaving any white space. And this blue, this strong navy, is like the texture of maybe like baking powder or baby powder, and it's clumpy, and so it doesn't spread very well. And you'll find that with most of the blues are like this. It doesn't want to come out of the scoop. It's not the scoop's fault, it's the dye's fault.
Yeah.
Not that there's any fault, but you know what I mean. It's
just clumpy stuff.
Yeah. And I have found that the majority of the blues are like that, except for the lighter blues, like robin's egg blue, ice blue. What's the other one? There's ice blue, robin's egg blue, and not alpine blue. Yeah, alpine blue. They're very sandy. They're the light colors, and they are hard to get to saturate. And then I kind of wish Kelly was here. I saw somebody ask a question when I walked away, and I never went back to look. The question was asked, like, why incline a mandala? Did you answer that question? Did you
I don't know.
that question?
What was it?
Let me see. I don't know. Well, since you are already done adding your die, maybe you could go and scroll back through your comments for a second when you're, because I need to catch up.
Yeah.
And maybe look through and see if there are some questions that we can answer. Somebody very specifically said, like, why would you incline a mandala? Or I think that's what was asked. And
my last mandala, and I never really. I mean, there was a gradient to the colors because I did lime pop, lime squeeze, forest green into magenta galactica into ultraviolet. So
and that question could be wrong. I mean, I could have read it wrong. Like I said,
I just went ahead and inclined
walking out
because my whole project was inclined. So,
okay.
I mean,
Well, yeah. When I get done,
it wasn't inclining towards the center. The center was up, and everything was inclining away from the center of the mandala. And then everything around the mandala had a nice incline or flow to it also. But I'll go back and see.
Yeah.
It was before John and Jen.
It was like right around that time. It wasn't that far ago. Like literally I looked up, walked out, and I don't know what kind of conversation the group was having at that time. I want to try to be better about trying to answer questions if people have them. And then I, got sidetracked on what I'm doing here.
We were using the tracks on the bottom to keep from getting muck lines clear across the shirt, or clear across that one side, the bottom side, or the side of the tapestry that sits on the gutter. It will have it kind of acts as like it's mucking. So we just added this magic track to it because there's a little lip on each side of the track, so it kind of is just sitting up on each side of those. And Stephanie talks and says a lot that you need to find a tie-dye buddy to talk to and bounce ideas off of each other, and that's what Stephanie and I do quite a bit. So we thought of this ourselves with the magic track underneath in the gutter because I like to use my gutter um, so that I don't have to build an ice barrier. I just let my gutter be the ice barrier, um, and so that it's not just kind of sitting in its own muck water. Basically, is what that's for.
Oh, so is that what the question was?
Well, that was one.
Oh,
It's inclined. Could the wisteria be a loss? Yes, absolutely, it could be. That's why I went ahead and switched it around.
I found it. Peer X, yes, but why do you want to incline a mandala? So I can't remember at all what we were saying at that time. But
the only reason I inclined my mandala is because I wanted everything else to be inclined, and I went ahead and inclined it from the center out instead of from the out to the center. So the center didn't get muddy, and it wasn't. And I'm not inclining these very very much at all. Um, like I said, like 7 degrees, I think, is what my last one was when I put my. I have the eye level app for iPhone.
Oh, I'm glad you just said that because I was about to say, like, tell people where they can get the app.
Your phone on your gutters.
And it is eye level. I checked because I used it the other day, and it is eye level, not like iPhone. It's called letter I level, and it works amazing.
It does. So you kind of know if you can find an incline that you like, then you can kind of keep that incline all the time.
Yeah.
So
my inclines are the same every time because I just do my process the same every time. Like, the way that I prop it up or what, using the empty dye jars or, things like that I do all the time. And so I just found that that's what works for me. But having that eye level was really cool to find out, like, how much am I inclining or not inclining? I thought I was inclining way more than I was.
I thought so too.
I thought I was having like a 60-degree incline, and come to find out I'm only inclining my projects 9 degrees.
Yeah.
About 9.
I thought I was inclining at 30 degrees, and I was inclining at the first time I put eye level in there, it was 17.5. I'm good with numbers. It was 17.5, I remember. So I was like shocked. I was half of what I thought I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally had no, I mean, like, I'm not good with numbers. Mathematics are not my forte. I'm more literal, and so I didn't know at all. So I was super surprised. But it is good to know, and I'm glad that now that you've shown me this tool to use, so thank you. It'll be easier to teach, knowing what I'm doing.
Right. And if you have a bunch of projects going on at the same time, because I use the same thing every time. I use my cooler to incline, so I know I have the same incline every time. But if I have a bunch of orders and I have to do a bunch of inclines, then I can kind of go find what I need to make it 15 degrees or whatever I want it to be.
Yeah, right, because you got to put it in a different container because you've run out of space or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, no, exactly. So you can match it up, and yeah, no, I never considered doing anything like that before, and so it was a really good. It's free. It's a free app, and such a learning curve, because I've had through the years people say, like, okay, well, like, how steep is your container, or and I would just say, like, I don't know, the container is like 6 inches tall, and or this container is like 12 inches tall, and that's the only way I've been able to explain it before. And now, like, I can say, no, it's literally this. So I'm almost done, you guys. I'm gonna do my final color now. I'm doing my lime pop on the very end. So my colors were power berry in the center, and then I did strong navy next to that, and then I did bright green, and now I'm doing lime pop on the ends.
Gotcha.
And all of these are just regular Dharma trading color, or like off their regular list.
Yep, same here. I did ultraviolet in the center, and then on either side of that I used magenta galactica, and then on the ends I used lavender. So I'm not going to incline it, but just a little bit, and I shouldn't lose my lavender on the bottom part. I shouldn't. Hopefully I don't. We'll see.
So if you're not inclining it, well, you said you're not going to incline it much, but you are going to incline it a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be probably about 7 degrees, not much.
Yeah, I mean, you did what, about a 2-inch, 3-inch wide swatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to get lost.
You might lose a little bit of it.
A little, but
it shouldn't completely vanish with a 2 to 3 inch wide.
Right.
And it's not yellow. Like, if it was yellow, I might go. I mean, 'cause I might lose some of my greens just because. No, I'm not inclining. There's going to be 0 incline on mine, so I'll be fine with mine.
So I went ahead and made a little tag up that I put on my gutter, and I wrote live tap. So it was our live tapestry that we're doing. My colors that I'm using: ultraviolet, magenta galactica, and lavender. And then it'll be ready Monday evening. Just tonight's Saturday, so I usually start my 48 hours when I start my 48 hours when I add my ice.
And I start my 48 hours after my ice melt.
Do you?
Yep. Because there a lot of times I might have to come out and add more ice, or I might need to add more dye, or I might.
I'm definitely going to have to add more ice to this.
So I don't start my clock until I'm done messing with it. Like, my ice is melted, it's set it and forget it time. That's when my clock starts.
Okay.
But that's me.
But I have my attic is like 100 and some degrees up there.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean,
that cuts my batching time down a lot, you know.
well, 100%.
I leave it up there no matter what until Monday evening. Like I said, it's been, I, I, I left a shirt and I left a TDS and an over the sink strainer upstairs uncovered for 3 days and was like, oh man, that thing's got to be dried out, and touched it and it was still wet. That's how humid it is upstairs in my attic. Just go up there and my glasses fog up as soon as I step up there. So
Okay.
my
So
shirt.
no,
Some get away.
I was just gonna, I had to walk away and get a bowl. I guess I didn't announce that, but you know, like for instance, like let's say, like I don't know what time it is, but it's about 5 o'clock here, right? And I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
bed while the ice is doing its thing, and then if I wake up in the morning 12 hours later, and then start adding more dye, more ice, messing around, you know what I mean? That like it starts the clock over in my mind, you know, regardless of how hot it is. Um, that's all I'm trying to say. It, and then also I'm, you know, I get lazy about it in the sense that I'm like, I'm in no rush to like hurry up and get this done. So if it needs to sit for a couple of days, I'm cool with that. So I didn't mean to interrupt. I just needed to, I wanted to get my spoons out of the way. Now, do you want to get your ice? One of us needs to go first to get the ice.
I just went, so go ahead.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You were talking and getting ice at the same time? Gosh, you're talented.
I'm not that talented. So,
Yeah, you know what, Amanda? I think it is kind of like duck cloth. It's like a canvas, but not like a real heavy canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna go get my ice.
yep. So I'm just grabbing sheets of ice here.
Ooh, what? But before that, how about this? Did you do the soda ash sprinkle?
I did.
Okay, I didn't do that. I need to do that right now. Okay, do my soda ash. Quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure. All right. Now I'm gonna grab my ice.
Okay. So we have our own ice machines, and it'll drop out even at the highest setting that makes it the thinnest. It'll drop out in sheets. And most of the time, I kind of just beat it up and pulverize it. But they're perfect for these. I actually saw Greg do it, taking sheets and just setting it on there, and then I can throw my ice or more ice on top of it, and I'm not going to be throwing a bunch of dye all over the place. So I really like great how he did it.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
So I can just do that. Then
Yeah,
I'll throw rice. I'll grab some rice.
no, it's a good idea. So I just decided, you guys, that I was just bring the whole bucket over here because I need to make more of it anyways. So this is, if you get this Frigidaire Gallery machine, that's about how much ice you get. You know, no secrets here. And it's filling up this 2.5 foot gutter pretty well. Now I'm gonna have to let it sit, and it'll take about another hour and a half to fill back up, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put another whole container on top of this. So, but this is how much ice you get with the machine, and I love this machine. I'm gonna put more.
Okay. That was cool. I was able to throw some of those blocks on top, and I didn't have to worry about any of my lavender, any magenta galactica or ultraviolet being thrown up on my magenta or on my lavender and stuff. So
Yeah, that's a really good.
I like that. I like that. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did that because I pulverize my stuff.
Yeah, Greg. So, Greg has had to have multiple surgeries, and he is home, but he's gonna have a long recovery ahead of him, and he's missing everybody, and he's missing his normal routine. He's not able to tie dye. He's not able to do any gardening. The stuff that makes all of us happy. So I considered starting a page. I might still do it, you guys. I don't think just because it's been over a month and he's not able to work. He's not able to take care of his family. Really sad. It's our go-yo.
Yeah.
I worry about him. I worry about all of us. I don't want any of us going through any heartaches or medical issues, and
Yeah, definitely.
that's some good looking ice.
Thanks. I pulverized that before we went live.
Yeah.
Because it's awfully loud if I don't. So now we know, at least now we know how to get back if something happens, how to get back into the live stream if something happens.
Yes. No, this
Just
was
go
very.
right back to our link, our original link, and.
No, we had a really groundbreaking day today.
I mean, I almost clicked out of it, and then I saw your join now, and
I got there right in the nick of time. I really did, because I was trying to one hand over here and on the iPad, like, no,
we've done this 20 sometimes, and we're still learning.
This is episode 30.
Episode 30, and we're still learning.
So you and I have done like 27 of them, or
Wow.
26 or 27 lives on my channel together.
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of all of that, and letting working with me and letting me work with you and
well, I appreciate
go live with you, and I've learned a butt ton.
I'm gonna say the SHIT word.
I learned a buttload.
No, thank you, and thank you to all of you that tune in and hang out with us. Like, I enjoy hanging out and doing this a lot. Like, I really have a lot of fun. I know some of the videos can go rather long. I talk a whole bunch. We ramble on about stuff. I try to keep it all relevant to what we're doing. But I want you guys, or maybe just somebody that's not hanging out on a regular basis that might watch this video, to understand that this is for fun. I am trying to enjoy myself, and so is Scott, and so are you. And if they run long, well, it's because we're hanging out. I've got 600 other videos that are to the point, just straight up tutorials. And so maybe watching the live streams on playback aren't for you. The straightforward tutorial might be a better fit. So there's a little bit something for everybody, but everybody just keep in mind that, I want to enjoy myself, and I am enjoying myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's a show. It's a show. And it's it is a workshop too. We want people to work along and not be like, would you just get on with it? And I can imagine sometimes we probably are just, not rambling, because we're not rambling. Yeah, I feel like we do give good tips, and,
No, it definitely is a workshop, but it's also like
hanging out and having a good time.
Right now it says there's 30 people in the room with us, and I feel like I'm hanging out with all 30 people. Like I am hanging out with my friends. Like Teresa just said, it'd be like, this is what we'd be doing if we were in the backyard, hanging out, making tie-dye. And that's how I feel. So, um, you know, let's see.
I'm going to clean my table off, and I'll set that orange one that I did. That was.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I have my original one that we did. That's like this one. I'll
really
set
good,
it.
really good example of what we are working on right now. So, just while he's doing that, I am going to like I just said, I'm going to allow my machine to fill up. I'm going to take another bucket and I'm going to fill up my gutter, and I'm going to leave it flat, and I'm going to take it out to the tie-dye room where it's nice and warm, and I'm going to set it and forget it. Then tomorrow the ice will be melted. I'm going to peek down into my pleats and make sure that I have saturation. I'll check the back, and if everything is looking good, I'm going to leave it alone. There's a good chance that both of the greens might have a little bit of undissolved dye. That's okay. If the saturation is there, you're fine. The yellows, they don't necessarily dissolve all the way. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to set it and I'm going to forget it.
Yep. I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. I know I'm going to add more ice tomorrow. I'm going to have a lot of undissolved ice on that, and I'll end up adding more ice to it. I know it.
Well,
I put a lot of dye on that.
Okay, so you're gonna have undissolved dye. Okay, I hear you. But what if you peek into the pleats and they're fully saturated, and you check the back and it's
you're right. Then I would just be washing it out. I'd take a chance on washing it out if I add more ice.
So that's what I'm trying to like.
Yeah.
If you open it and it's fully saturated, you don't need to add. Just because you have undissolved dye does not mean that you need to add more ice.
True.
And I noticed with these tapestries, they aren't quite as vibrant as a t-shirt, so adding a whole bunch more ice really could be washing your colors out. Not you, but y'all, like the bigger,
Right.
you as a collective.
You in general, yeah.
You add because, and it could make things go pastel. So
that's true.
Peek in your pleats, check your back, see what it's doing. I mean, listen, if it's completely white on the back, I will first add more ice and then let it do its thing. And if it's still completely white on the back, I'm going to have to flip it. But this is when you're doing ice dyeing, you have to go with the flow. You really have to just take it project by project and see what you need to do.
So this is what
Woo, look at that.
we did today.
So yes, this is the pattern that we are working on. So this is what hopefully mine is going to look like.
Now we could now when we did this the first time, I have those fins that kind of stuck up like the pleated prism.
I don't think so.
Is that what these are? The pink and the top diamonds. And you'll see it here in just a minute. It'll get caught up, and we'll get it put in the middle. It'll be in the middle of the screen here in just a second. But I'm wondering if those fins aren't what this little pink magenta is.
No,
I don't know, because I remember I had those like fin-like things sticking up.
No, you have to think about where your dye
plate. Or is it these diamonds, the diamonds that are just above the green one?
Just fold it back. Fold it like it has nothing to do with your fin or your pleat. It has everything to do with your dye placement. Did you use hot hibiscus or something like that on that?
I used.
You see how in your mermaid's dream, or I don't remember, but right, see how you got a little bit of pink right there in the very center of that green triangle.
Yeah.
Okay. The pink diamond that's up to the right and up to the left
Yeah.
is that same exact color. That's just where the stripe falls with your die placement.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you were to just back fold this, so it looks to me like yours was folded the other well, like if you fold it directly in half and then fold it again and loosely fold it, you're going to see how your stripe fell. You've got 4 little diamonds of pink and 1 little diamond in the center of pink. That's your die placement. It doesn't have anything to do with having a little tuck of fabric higher than the other.
I mean, is that little fin like thing I'm talking about below the diamonds and below and next to the diamond?
Okay,
You
maybe
can see those little triangles. You can see these little triangles right here to the left and to the right.
I wish we didn't have that delay.
I know. Or here, I'll move it, and you'll see the one that I'm talking about right above. It's just to the left and to the right of these diamonds.
Lynette, wait a minute. Did we do did you fold this up live?
No, I folded this up when you and I were talking on the phone once.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Lynette's wondering what colors that you used.
My colors were I just had it on a piece of tape. What I do with it?
It was
It's blue, violet, kingfisher blue, and magenta galactica.
Yeah.
So that green is the kingfisher blue.
Yes.
The green that's inside the diamond. See, so blue violet would be these diamonds, these little what's inside the green diamonds, just above that.
That's the kingfisher blue.
Right? Right.
Yeah. And then
Because I have blue violet and magenta galactica too.
So
and you can see the magenta galactica sitting next to the ultraviolet.
So all of the light turquoise that you're seeing in this is coming from the kingfisher blue.
Right.
So like the smaller pink well, they're not small. They're like the big pink diamonds. You got 2 of them. And then you see like green,
Yeah.
With a grain of salt, you guys. It's not green, it's kingfisher blue, but you got pink, you got green, then you got turquoise. That's coming off of the kingfisher blue. Okay. So which diamonds are you're referring to, like the fin?
The little ones to the left and to the right of those diamonds. There's one above it, one below it, and one on each side.
You're talking about the flounder flaps?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be from that, or it could just be the way that it folds back, not necessarily because it's taller. So you guys, you're gonna have to go and watch the pleated prism live. We call it the flounder because that was its original name.
It's exactly what it looks like when it's folded up. It's flat.
Yeah.
It's flat. It has this little dorsal fin that sticks out.
And I didn't like that name, but now
I hate it. But that's exactly what it looks like.
But now I can't stop calling it that, though. You renamed it because I wanted a new name, right? And I still keep calling it the flounder. But you did not flounder this one, right? So I would be curious to see if we still get that diamond, because it literally is it's just it's like the X fold or the diamond fold,
because the flow is actually going, it looks like it's going into the diamond,
right,
instead of away from the diamond. It's going, so maybe I inclined it different, but then again, you look at those other diamonds and they're flowing out from them. So
it's because of the fold.
I
mean, because
still, I like it. That's
which
what
is back. You've got, one. So you've got big 6-inch accordion folds, right? Boom, 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 boom. It's stacked. And then you do your diamond. Boom, 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 boom. And that is what's causing dye to look like it's flowing in opposite directions. It's because of the way it's stacked originally in the accordion fold.
I'm just
It's
saying.
so hard. It's so hard to explain.
So if we would have flipped it the opposite way, then this would be, it will be opposite of this. The diamond that's in the middle is going to be flowing out instead of flowing in.
The diamond in the middle will be flowing out, but the diamonds in the bottom will be
flowing in.
Right?
Yeah. Cool looking. Either way, it's going to be cool looking.
Either way, it's fantastic. It's absolutely stunning. And so, I mean, the only way I wish I was there right now, because then I could fold it back real quick and help try to explain to you.
What I understand.
Not to y'all. The collective of you. I could explain to you.
Oh man.
What I'm
we need to have an over 21 party, an over 21 tie-dye party. That would be pretty fun.
What's that?
Over 21? Get to drinking and doing this.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd have a really hard time explaining stuff then.
No.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much.
Really.
I greatly appreciate the donation to the channel. I'm gonna take your donation and I'm going to put it into getting a new ring light. Let me see if it'll turn back on. No, it's completely toast. It won't turn on at all. Darn it. Well, it gave me a good run. I've had it for about 3 years. It was a good girl. She did a good job.
So then we graduated from this tapestry and then did the mandala into the kind of doing the same thing. But I really let those fins stick up pretty high. And it caused more of a flower petal look to it. Which it was after the mandala, it was basically the same fold that we just did.
Yeah,
it looks a lot different.
Yeah,
so I'll grab it. The differences, and but
you guys don't be afraid of making tapestries. I'm telling you, they are
fun.
They're easy to do, and they turn out so dynamic. Like, this is way better than making a t-shirt, you guys. They're awesome. And so, okay, so when we're done with this, I'm going to put the link for Sunshine Joy, where I get the tapestries, down below. I'm going to put the link in for Diane for the cape, the cloak, because if you guys want to do it with us in the next couple of weeks, she needs to sew them and mail them out. So you'll want to place your order soon. So I'm going to get the links down there, so we can all make some really cool Harry Potter Halloween capes. Okay, yeah. So look at how beautiful that is. But now you have to keep in mind also, though, that you did a airplane fold on this. So it's not necessarily
oh yeah, that's true. That's right.
It's not necessarily because you had a flounder tab of fabric as much as it's a completely different fold.
Yeah. That's true. It was folded.
I'm not saying that, having a little taller flap, and this is where you
no. Actually, this is
that's an airplane fold.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Okay. So, you're it's going to open up differently. Point to me and then give me 30 seconds. Where are you seeing this the flounder making a flower petal?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
So
don't know now because like you said, I was thinking it was folded like the other one, but it's not.
it's not
It's
even
folded completely different.
totally different.
Yeah.
So, you know, um I wish I could crawl through and just be right there. And like seriously, because it would make it so like it's so hard to try to explain it. So what you need to do is you need to basically tie another one of these, right? Same thing. Have the flounder flap and then not have a flounder flap and see if
Yeah.
you notice a difference.
They're
But
probably.
you might even have to do like the same colors, right?
Yeah.
Um so that you can actually like really diagnose it. I don't think that that flap of fabric really has anything to do with it. I
No,
don't.
it probably doesn't.
Um, it's not hurting it.
No. Huh?
But
No.
is it contributing to the pattern?
It's just turning earlier than, you know what I mean. Like if you're doing a tall pleat and you get to the end where you need to turn, I basically just ended it early and made an early turn so that flap stuck up,
Right.
and it actually made my line. It made it easier for me to keep a straight line by letting it stick up like that.
Yeah.
I
I
know
mean,
it sounds stupid, but it really did.
it,
Like
it
what?
doesn't sound stupid at all.
Go back and watch this one that we just did, and you'll see my line's not near as straight as it can be. You know,
Which
the
line?
one we just did, the pleating,
Oh,
my pleating
well,
line, and making the bend. Um,
it's gonna be fine though.
oh, of course,
It,
absolutely. Ice
it's
dyeing is super forgiving.
super forgiving. It's a big tapestry. Once you open it, you're going to have an inch of dye on each side of that line. It's going to be, um, it'll be forgiven. Like your line was straight. Now, if your line was
It's going to
four
be great.
to the left and 4 inches to the right, and no, but I mean, we're talking like less than a millisecond. No, you and I are both way too hard on ourselves. Your line was straight and it was perfect and it's great.
No,
Uh,
it wasn't.
what purple is that? That was ultraviolet and magenta galactica.
Yeah, it was blue violet king. Or wait. This is a different one.
No, that was the last one. One is
This.
like
Oh,
lime
this was
pop.
pop, lime squeeze, alpine blue, magenta galactica, and like a dark purple, like ultraviolet or grape or something like that. But
Yeah. That one turned
you
out.
see where a lot of the blue got, it's not real. It got swallowed up a little bit.
And
Like you
here
alpine and that alpine and sky blue and those colors, um, they're not real good saturators.
no.
You know?
Alpine blue is not. And so the question earlier was asked, like, why would you incline a mandala? Well, like as you can see,
Yeah.
you can have the gradient. You can have the lighter color in the very center. You don't have to incline it, but it could make the mandala flow away from itself. So that like the lighter color in the center, then a little bit more of the darker green and then moving into the blues and then into the purples. And this is a really good example of what I was trying to do on this one, of starting with like the dark purple moving into the blues. And you want the colors that you're choosing for your projects to be cohesive. Now you can go wild and go like orange and green and blue and red, and you can do whatever you want on your projects. However, when you open it up, it might look crazy and busy, and trying to pick colors that are sort of near each other and work your way out from dark to light, I have found really makes for beautiful end results. Like you can see here, on on Scott's tapestry, the light green and the dark green, or well, I think you used blue, not darker green, but like
Yeah.
together made a darker green.
Yeah.
And then, the purple and the lighter purple and the darker purple. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So we're gonna have to try to work on doing the mandalas, because your mandala is beautiful. And
I need to work on those too. You can tell I need to wrap it more and pull tighter.
well,
So I mean, it's all.
well, it's stunning. I mean, it's a beautiful mandala. And yeah, when it comes to the mandala on this tapestry material, you need to pull it really tight.
Yeah, you need to pull it tight and wrap it more than twice, because that's about what I did.
Yeah, no, that's really, really gorgeous. I mean, I love that. I love all of them.
Thank you.
Did you show the red one? I don't remember if you showed it or not.
The red.
The fire tapestry. We've talked about it. I don't know if you've shown it.
Oh. No, I haven't. It's right here.
Yeah. I mean, look
I
at.
thought I was missing something. So this was basically what we did tonight, but we folded it a little different.
Well, it's essentially what we did, but the other diamond is what we did. Um, this is done differently, and we can make a video for it another time.
Yeah.
But essentially kind of the same thing. And I mean, look at how fantastic that is. It's just like, you know,
Right.
amazing, beautiful. Now, is that tangerine?
No, it is citrus, or citrus yellow, orange crush, and mixing red by ProChem.
Yeah. I mean, look at how fantastic that is. I mean,
So you see how this top line, how the yellow is radiating out of it. Wasn't the bottom a little different? I was thinking the bottom looked a little different than the top.
okay. You're going to have to
Yeah, it'll take us
well,
a bit.
but kind of go real slow. Like do it at a snail's pace so I can see it, because we got that
See
delay.
the difference? There's difference in it.
Yeah. And because that's die placement.
Yeah.
And
hmm So because I did the red, orange, yellow, and then red, orange, yellow. So yellow was in the middle and yellow was at the end.
yeah.
On this one tonight, we did the the darkest in the middle and radiated out on either side. I think that will make more sense on this pattern.
Right. So in theory, well, again, we did not. This is a different fold, you guys, on this
Sure.
one. But
Yeah.
instead of, if you look at the center, he's got a very clear like yellow triangle, and then at the bottom, it's more of like a red triangle, let's say.
Yeah.
In theory, the top triangle and the bottom triangle should look the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
With
And
the
there's kind of
and,
like
so,
they're
and,
kind of
so there, and there's no right or wrong, right?
no. I love it. I think it's great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And
Oh gosh, it was so.
hanging up. I've been actually meeting all my neighbors. We've lived here for almost 20 years, and all of our neighbors have moved away. I swear it's because of us. It really isn't,
No,
but we like to say
no,
that.
it's because of your.
I mean,
Material.
everybody's new. We have the most tenure of anybody out here. But I've been meeting my neighbors because I've been hanging my tapestries up on my carport and taking video of them. And as soon as I'm done, my neighbors come out. And like the last woman came out and was like, I have to be the nosy neighbor. I was like, okay. She's like, that is gorgeous. I was like, That's awesome. So I'm meeting my neighbors because of hanging up tie-dye. And
Absolutely.
they're all coming out and being like, damn, man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's beautiful. And, not everybody likes to wear tie-dye or make tie-dye, but, people can look at things that are beautiful and see the beauty in it, even if it's not their style, right?
Yeah.
So, Mary, you just got a sinew puller and matching caddy. What color did you end up? What color did you choose? Congratulations on getting your caddy and puller. It's a game changer. It's a real game changer. Let's see.
Yeah, I love mine.
Denise says, Scott, all of your tapestries are gorgeous,
Well,
and they really are.
I hope to get really good at it, to be honest.
So what do you have? Like 20, 23 more to make or something like that?
Yeah, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, so I have 24 left.
And and this one today. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, 20.
yeah, so 23 more tapestries. Woo woo! We're gonna see all beauty.
Hopefully, we see progression through those 20. So
yeah, I definitely want to try to work on practicing on the mandala center. I've got those little the little like bandana from Sunshine Joy.
Yeah.
They're like mini tapestries. But they're bandanas. Maybe soon try to go live and just kind of sit together and talk through it, because when it comes to tying the sinew, I understand how to make the mandala, but getting my hands to do what I want it to do,
Right.
I really struggle.
And it wants to slip down away from the other turn, and then sometimes even slip to where it's horizontal and not at an angle. Yeah, and these tapestries are harder to work with than with a t-shirt, because a t-shirt kind of pulls in on itself, and it causes that lip, and it's easy to just stay on that lip. But with these tapestries, they want to, there's not much bend to them, so they're harder to work with. Like, I started to do a starfire on these things. I gave up. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how they're even getting that to spin. I'm gonna have to watch another video.
No, a star flower will be a good one to do, and you just got to take your time. You gotta mash it and roll it but it's not easy because they're stiff. But a star flower, that's gonna be a really good one. So we got a lot of things. Is everybody writing this down? We need to do work on the mandalas, and then we need to work on the star flower tapestry. Which all of this can be, done on t-shirts. Like this pattern, you guys, you can easily do this pattern on a t-shirt. You just center it and then center it. And we need to make a video. I'm not going to go into detail, but center it, fold it back, flip it, fold it back, make your diamond, and you can do this on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
All of these patterns can be done on anything if you got the patience to get it done. So let's see, Mary. Let's see. I was really cheap and just got the basic space gray. I'm using it for the first time as we speak to tie up a wavy line semi-geode shirt for myself. Really cheap and basic. No, the space gray is absolutely gorgeous, and I mean they're all. You don't need like super fancy flowers and customization, or I mean I have most of my sinew pullers are just like the original, and I love them and they work. Before I started to do the customization and stuff, and they're perfect. So no, space gray is great. You're gonna love it. It's such a game changer, Mary. I'm so happy for you. Let's see, you said, I can feel the difference already. I can't believe that for years I've just been using sinew right off the roll. Don't feel bad until I started getting my pullers from Jen, I was doing the same exact thing. And the problem with that is as you work with a roll and you're squeezing the roll, um, so you've got your sinew roll and you're working and you're pulling, your hand is warm, the wax is beginning to melt, and then the sinew begins to come off the cardboard roll, and then it gets tangled, it's a mess. And then you basically spent $20 on a roll of sinew that you can't really use anymore because it's a tangled up, knotted mess. So you're going to be saving yourself money in the long run. I promise. You know, these sinew pullers and matching caddy sets are where it's at. 100%. And just real quick, I want to touch on the topic of, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. So I've been, it's been brought to my attention that there are some other dyers that are copying the Boredom with Jen caddy set. Make sure that when you're purchasing your caddy and sinew puller, that you are buying it from shopboredomwithjen.com, because obviously she can't guarantee somebody else's work that has stolen their idea and is now trying to make it. Okay. I don't want to get involved in all of this, you guys, but make sure you understand who you're buying from. Okay. I stand behind John and Jen. Their product is amazing. I cannot stand behind other people's work that I don't know and have never used. Okay. That's just really important to me. I don't like it when people, try to, somebody that's making a living off of this, and then people try to steal it. And I don't have a good feeling about that. It upsets me. So when you buy yours, make sure you're buying it from the right people.
Buy it from the coolest people.
Huh?
I said buy it from the coolest people.
Well, yeah, buy it from the coolest people, but I stand
Which is
behind it. I know if you buy it from shopboredomwithjen.com, it's the product that I use, it's the product that I stand behind. I cannot vouch for anybody else that's copying their design. I don't know what kind of products they're using or anything like that, right? So, as we need to support the people that take care of us, and the people that take care of us are us and our tie-dye community, nobody else.
Amen, sister. I
And
agree.
that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah.
So Mary says, I've attempted something similar on a t-shirt, but I ended up with a weird X right over the breast. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. Definitely, for sure. I've got some X pattern tutorials, which is basically the same thing. It's just folded up a little bit different. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. So, I mean, you can easily see how you just go up, up. It's a zigzag. And yeah, I mean, weird. That's the one thing, we got to always watch out about the breast region and the butt region, and make sure that when we're dyeing and tying, and we pay attention to where our colors are going to fall, stuff like that.
Yeah, no yellow around the armpits.
Right. and
no red around the
no red, yellow, or brown around the butt area. Do your best to, avoid those types of things. And if you're brand new to tie dyeing, it takes making an accident to learn that. I had to learn the hard way. Opened up a pair of shorts and it was like a giant brown. I mean, the whole thing was beautiful, but it's like right there, brown, right on the, like, in between the back pockets. Well, I'm not going to make that mistake twice, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. That's exactly what happened to my recent roll stuff. It was so distorted that when I got my new puller today, I was unable to roll it on the new puller. I had to do it by hand. So, okay. So wait a minute. What was distorted? Oh, your sinew. Yes, you're exactly. The sinew was all melted off the cardboard. I know. I think I still have a roll out there in the tie-dye studio that I can't use because it's like really long and wonky, and I don't like to waste things. So it'll be something that I'm going to have to hand wind on some, on a puller. But yeah, so I'm excited for you. I mean, woohoo! It's fun to get new tools, and you're gonna you're gonna see a real difference. For instance, when you're working and you're tying up geodes or whatever you're doing, and if you have to stop and hand wind and it takes 15 to 20 to 30 minutes, when you come back to your project, your rhythm has stopped. Having the caddy makes such a big difference because in 30 seconds, you're right back to it and you still have that same tension. It's a real game changer. I
It
promise
is
you.
the truth.
All right, guys, it's late. Let's see. If it's 5:45 here, it's what 8:45 there, and Amanda must be like 3 o'clock in the morning over there for you. My goodness.
1:43 for her.
How do you know that?
She's 5 hours before us.
Oh, I thought she was like a whole life cycle ahead of us, like 12 hours, 2 a.m. Yeah. So.
Unfortunate crotch incident. You see her. That's great.
That's funny, Teresa. That's girl. You guys are hilarious. Well, I've had a really fun time hanging out. So just to clarify, I said it before, but I'm going to say it again as we're hanging up, and then I can let Scott, do his sign off. I'm going to actually, Scott, why don't you explain what you're going to do with yours? Let me go check my ice machine and see if I have enough ice to put some more on.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I've already got mine inclined, and it's going to take a little while for my ice to melt. I put a lot of ice on it. It's not real hot down here in my basement. I kind of want a slow melt. Um, I don't really, the only time I really like fast melts are like TDSs. I don't know if that even means anything I don't know if it means anything, but anyway, I'm going to let my ice melt and then I'll check my saturation and see if it's fully saturated all the way through. If not, I'll add another. Well, like last time, you saw how I added those like little chunks that I added that right at first. I'll do that again, and I won't add any more ice than just that. But I might not even need any. Chances are I won't because I did add a lot of dye and a lot of ice. And then I'll just set it and forget it. I'll actually put it in I'll open up a trash bag and put it in a trash bag and take it upstairs in my attic. And it'll be nice and hot up there for the next couple days.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
That is your routine, and it sounds pretty on point. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do something very similar. While he was explaining, I didn't have very much ice. It hasn't been long enough. It usually takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get a full bucket of ice, and it's kind of warm right now too, so it takes a little bit longer. So I did add some more, but in a couple of hours, I'm going to add another bucket of ice to this project. I'm going to take it out to the warm area and the sun porch, which is, probably about 80 degrees. And I'm just going to leave it overnight and then get up in the morning. I'm going to check the back. So I'll, carefully lift it, check the back, and then I'm going to peek down into the pleats carefully and make sure that I have saturation through it. If I've got good saturation, I'm going to set it and forget it. If there's not good saturation, I will evaluate the situation add more ice, add more dye, do whatever I have to do. I will document it though. I'm going to take some photographs, maybe some video. I'm trying to be better about making videos for the reveal to kind of show what happens once we hang up from here. Scott is also documenting his process as he goes,
Yep.
just to kind of help with the understanding. And I'm also trying to be a lot better about not waiting like 2 months to get it out. You know, why it's fresh in your mind to have like a reveal. So, but that's the plan for this. Let it do its thing, and fingers crossed it turns out pretty, even if it's not perfect. I think
Yeah.
it's still going to be beautiful.
If
So,
it doesn't, then it's something that we learn from.
yep.
Yeah.
I learned from project to
That's
project.
what's cool about these lives, you know. I mean, I don't know. In some ways, I kind of hope that I have fails. That way we can learn from them.
You're funny. I never want to have a fail, but I understand what you're saying. Um,
I mean, I don't want to have a fail, but you
I
have to welcome failure. If you don't, you don't grow.
right. And
So that's
I
just what
know.
I've learned, and you have to. If you've never made a mistake, you're not, I mean,
I
so
no, I completely understand what you're saying. Like, I hope this thing turns out 100% perfect. And if it is, great. Then I'm going to know exactly what to
what
do
to, yeah,
next time I try to make it and, change
absolutely.
it up a little bit, or what I want to, do differently. I literally am still learning project to project to project. I
Me,
don't write it all down. It's like up here in my memory. And, you know, purple and green, I think even if it's backwards, like maybe right now part of me is thinking like, oh, maybe I should have done the green, stayed the course. But we'll see when I open it up. And if it's not exactly what I was hoping for, then I'll try it again and I'll flip the colors. It's tie dye. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's all
no,
for fun. So
that's right.
all right, you guys, we've been on here a long time. I'm going to let you go. I know a lot of you people are starting to hang up. I mean, it's time, it's late. So, thank you, Scott, so much for teaching me how to do this pattern.
Well,
Uh,
thank you, and I
I'm
had a
super
blast.
excited.
I always do, and I'm glad to have another tapestry under my belt, and
Yeah,
uh,
I mean, you're
maybe we'll
quickly
get.
become the tapestry king.
That would be fun. I'd love to be. I'd love to be good at tapestries.
You are good at tapestries. You are. You are
I'm
good at
like
them. You're doing an
real
amazing
good.
job, and you're teaching me and you're teaching everyone else how to do it. And we all really, really appreciate you so
Yeah,
much.
go and get some tapestries. They're not that expensive, really.
Yeah, like I said, you guys, I'll put the link
Neat.
down below for Sunshine Joy Tapestries. If you need to get a tapestry tomorrow, you can buy this tapestry on Amazon, but it costs about $10 more
Oh
than if
wow!
you order it from Sunshine Joy and wait, for a week for shipping. So, all right, let's see.
Or you can just buy these that we just made.
No. But yes, but yes, when they're done. But no, because people they wanna make their own, silly.
I know, but
But yeah, but yes, Scott, do you have anything on your Etsy yet? So
no, no,
okay,
not
so
yet.
so how are people gonna buy it if you don't have a where you're selling it?
All they have to do is say, "Hey, Scott, is that tapestry available?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh, okay.
absolutely, it is."
I
And
didn't
then
think about it like that.
because the thing is, I'm concentrating on vending right now. I have one event left for this year, and I'm now like right in the beginning stages of getting ready for it. So I'm going to start busting out a bunch of tie dye, and I'm not taking any custom orders, or you know what I mean. I just
Right.
don't have time for it right now. And then after this, I'm just going to concentrate on Etsy and Christmas and all that,
Okay.
and try to put my better stuff on Etsy. And not just my better stuff, but anything that we do live stream as like as a teaching tool. I'm going to put that on Etsy also.
That's a really good idea. I should do that too. I have.
So people can have the opportunity to actually buy our training, our teaching tool.
Yeah, I've got racks of stuff I need to get up and listed. It's just like that's going to take me a few days to just sit down and do it. So, but yeah, so Scott has Rad Dye's Tie-Dye Company on Etsy. He also has his own YouTube channel. So make sure that you check that out and subscribe to his channel. We need to get him up to at least 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. He's at like 600, right? We should be able to get
600 and some.
we should be able to get to 1,000 in a matter of a few days if we all make sure to go over there. And
well, you went live with me, and I think I got 50 new followers.
Oh, that's awesome! Wow, that's great.
So thank you very much.
Well, you're very, very welcome. And so, I mean, we have not done any promotion for any of your stuff. So my goal, here, I'll say this. As soon as Scott hits 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, I will give away a caddy set. Okay.
Awesome.
So,
and I'll give away, I'll try to make the nicest tapestry I can, and I'll give it away.
Okay. So tell your friends, tell everybody, get over to, is your YouTube channel Rad Dye's Tie-Dye Company?
Yeah, Rad Dye's Tie-Dye Company.
Okay, so you heard it right here. Rad Dye's Tie-Dye Company. Let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers. The second he hits 1,000 subscribers, I will do a giveaway, and he's going to give away a tapestry, and I will give away a brand new Cine Polar and matching caddy set. So let's get on, you guys. Help me out. Help me get him to where we want to be. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to hang up now. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm super excited. Can't wait. 48 hours. We'll see what this looks like. Fingers crossed. All right.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's see. I just want to make sure there's not a question right here on the way out. Okay. Oh, Annette, yeah, I agree. So that's what I was saying earlier. It's the hanging out part that I'm really enjoying. I enjoy doing the tie-dyeing, but I also enjoy the community and the friendship that we're building with everybody. So thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Yep. Well, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm going to hang up.
Okay.
It's time.
Okay.
All right. Thanks Fingers crossed that this thing turns out.
It will.
Okay. Bye, Scott. Okay. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye.